Hi everybody, hope all is well. In today's video, I'm going to cover off what's new in the latest mid-season update of the Chinese version of the Division 2. There's new maps, new difficulties, modifiers, buffs, a whole host of stuff to cover, so get yourself comfortable for some more waffle-free Division 2 content. This month marks the first year's anniversary of the Division 2 in China, so to mark this milestone they've added an anniversary theme to the White House public area, and to be fair it looks pretty damn cool, especially on a night. So have a look at this, it's got big screens, it's got lights, loud music, and it can have fireworks also. Let me know what you think in the comments section, agents, because it does look pretty good. Next we have the new high risk orders. So what's a high risk order? Well, when you complete an heroic or a legendary mission, you're rewarded with a high risk cache. In that cache is a random level of difficulty order, which I'm going to call tickets for the sake of argument. You find these tickets in your resources tab in your inventory. When you select the ticket, which opens the map screen, it shows you which mission you have the secret order for, or the ticket for. The higher the ticket, the harder the difficulty. The base difficulty I think is roughly around about heroic, and these orders go up to like I think level 5, maybe even higher, and they're like really super hard and like probably harder than what legendaries are. You have like a 30-minute timer to complete it. If you do complete one of these high risk missions, you're rewarded with a cash again, as usual, and that has a chance to drop a higher ticket in there, so you can get like a higher difficulty, and also give you some credits for the new vendor. So that brings me nicely on to the new vendor. The new vendor is found in the public space in the White House, where the drinks area is. He sells generic modules, and he also sells tier 1 caches for things like chests and backpack, which is really important in this game because chests and backpacks are really difficult to come by. But tier 1 gear, just in case you don't know, has a slightly higher ceiling when it comes to its maximum like attribute value, so it gives you a slight power creep against standard gear, so very much sought after in this game. Next up, the Paradise Lost Incursion has gotten a new difficulty. With this new difficulty also comes with some changes to the mechanics for the Incursion. Now, I'm not currently at a level where I'm good enough to be able to tackle this difficulty, but I do know of some of the changes that are taking place. In the garden area, there's a circle that needs to be charged before the towers can be destroyed. The circle's at the front, just past the sniper platform. While charging the circle, you do get burned, so like a Hasbro tank might be needed. On the tanker section, you get 3 heavy bosses spawn, not all at the same time, but you get 3 bosses spawn from the manholes. They're totally immune. To take them off the immune phase, you need to destroy at least 3 of their weak points for you to be able to damage them. On right, the sprinklers are randomly open, even if they're not full, so communication is going to be key on kiting the boss around and being able to do damage. And then I think on the lovebirds, I think it's pretty much the same, but I believe multiple drones spawn, so you need to destroy all of them before you can actually do damage to the bosses. So yeah, very, very interesting. When I get some footage or when I be able to do it myself, I'll post that so you can have a look at that. But yeah, nice to see that they're doing something with increasing the difficulty of the Incursion, which has become really very, very easy in our game now. Next, 3 of the legendary weapons received a buff to their mods and to their talent. I'm not going to go over the changes, but except to say they were already super strong and now they're even stronger. The Chinese are currently developing a legendary sniper and a legendary pistol, so again, when I get information on this, watch this space, I'll show them off, and no doubt they'll be absolutely fantastic because everything they've made from legendary weapons wise have been, and they're just like super strong. The Chinese also had another increase to their stash base. That now sits at 600 capacity. I know this irks a lot of people in the main game, but just remember that the Chinese only have 1 character slot, so you still have more space in the main game than them, you know, so yeah, it's still good. The Abyss game mode is also receiving a new Botanical Gardens map, which brings the amount of maps up to 6. I was hoping it would be live before I recorded this video so I could show it off, but sadly it isn't. So when I get some footage, yeah, again, watch this space. I'll show that new map off. The drop rate got increased on the modules when doing heroic and legendary missions. This is a welcome change, certainly for me as well, because previously very few dropped when you did heroic and legendaries. So you ended up farming like CP4s all the time, just to get the really, because the drop rate was like really high on CP4s. At least now they've leveled it out and you're able to get a decent amount of modules by doing heroic and legendary missions. So yeah, welcome change, happy with that. Legendary missions also had some modifiers added. These are going to change weekly as far as I'm aware. The modifier revolves around using certain weapon types. If you use them, you gain more damage. If you don't do them, you get less damage. Pretty much as simple as that. So tries to really shoehorn you into using a certain weapon to do a certain mission. We'll see if it works out for them. I'm not really too sure. Now, here's a couple of things that I've recently came across, so they're probably not new. I've probably just noticed them. With me not being able to read Chinese, some things go past me. But the first one is one I should actually be able to see, is in conflict. So I decided to play a game, and it was on the Capital Ruins map. But to my surprise, the map layout was actually different than ours. The spawn areas were like more contained, probably to stop like spawn camping and things, and there was other like changes to the map as well. So yeah, pretty interesting. I've got a little bit of gameplay in the background from it. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Next, you know when you've got loads of caches and you want to open them all and you end up getting repetitive strain injury from pressing the button like way too many times? Well, it turns out the Chinese actually have an open all button. Yes, I kid you not, it is a thing. They have an open all button. Probably something that we've been asking for such a long time in the main game, but they have it. Bummer. So lastly, I'm going to play out all the latest trailers covering things like the new parallel, the new update to the Gemini weapon, the first year SHD celebration, etc. They look pretty nice. You've seen little clips of them on the intro. Now you can watch the full ones on the outro. Again, tell me what you think. If you enjoyed the content, let me know in the comments below. Enjoy the rest of the video, and bye bye now.